thought that I would talk to you women out there today about some things that I find women commonly do wrong when it comes to men. I think that I have an authority, really, when it comes to talking about men, because I grew up with nothing but boys, surrounded by men, surrounded by boys. So I really understand their viewpoint.
I'm about to tear it up now. I'm about to tear it up. I'm about to tear it up now.
Here's the thing you have to understand about men. They are very linear thinkers. They think in very straight lines. They have a thought, and when they are finished with that thought, they put it away and they can move on to the next thought. With women, we're just like tornadoes. We can have a lot of thoughts. We can talk about a lot of things at once. We can do a lot of things at once. We're multitaskers. We're just very much all over the place. So when you're talking to a man, there's two things to remember. If you're talking to him like just one-on-one physical, contact or whatever in the same space, don't interrupt him. Men hate to be interrupted because what happens is you've now distracted them from the one thought that they have, and they have a hard time getting back to that thought, and it can be very frustrating for them. So that's why men don't like to be interrupted. Don't interrupt a man. They hate it. Let him finish his thought and then move on. Is that right?
Yep.
The other thing is, I see this all the time with my girlfriends. So just remember, men are linear thinkers. This next part I'm going to say is it's important to remember that. When you're texting with a man, women immediately want responses, like immediate, just quick, because that's how we talk to each other. We respond back and forth very quickly. Men need time to think, unless he's not texting you back at all, and then he's just not that into you, girl. Like, that's what it is. But you got to give them a minute to think. You can't send them one message and then another message and then another message and then another message because they haven't even processed the first message first. I even catch myself doing it sometimes, and I'm like, whoa, slow down. You've just got to send one thought, wait, let him respond to that one thought, and then you can send your next thought. And don't get impatient and be like, oh, well, he ignores me or he doesn't respond right away. He's just thinking, because that's how men are. They need time to think about their response. That's just how they are. So just be patient and don't send a million thoughts all at once, because they're not going to react well to that. They're just not. What else about men? There's a lot of things, but those are the big ones.
Let's bring up maybe when you're not getting exactly what you want from a man. How do you act? Go. Now, let's get the real questions here. Let's get some real insight with some men.
If you're not getting, what is it that I want? What am I looking for? Let's role play here.
Most women need lots of attention.
Okay, so if I'm a woman and I'm not getting enough attention from a man.
Yeah, let's say, right. So what do you do, what do you not do?
Ladies, if you're not getting enough attention from the man that you're with, I can tell you what you don't do. And this goes for men too. If you're not getting what you want in a relationship, the last thing you do is go and try and flirt with another guy to show the person that you're with like how valuable you are. That's not going to work with a man. He's not going to like that. Men are very territorial. They don't want, if you start flirting with other men to get attention from him, the opposite is going to happen. You're going to get less attention, and that's where it gets ugly after that.
Okay. What if you're a woman, like many people here on Instagram, many women, that just need lots of attention? I think that one of the new terms everybody calls is thirsty. Okay. What if you're one of those girls? Okay. What's your advice for a man, her with a man in a relationship? Go.
I'm thirsty. So I drink water when I'm thirsty.
Yeah, well, I think it means something else, all right? In the
Okay.
trendy world. world.
So if you're thirsty, yes, you're a woman, and you're thirsty.
But you don't think you're thirsty.
You know if you're thirsty. Don't give me that bullshit. That's the other thing with women. I'm like, don't act like you don't know that he wants to be more than friends with you. Like, that's bullshit. We all know. We're all grown-ups here. He didn't just, like, call to check in on you, okay? It's the same thing. You know when you're thirsty. I don't need a lot of attention.
So if I see some really hot girl at the gym, all right, and I just want to direct message her, okay, and ask her, say good morning,
Oh, that's just you being friendly. Bull fucking shit.
I can't just be friendly like that?
No, that's not how the world works, okay? That's just not how the world works.
So girls, so you say girls, when there's dudes out there and say, good morning, like...
Don't act like you don't know he wants to stick it in you. Don't act like you don't know. It's some other kind of way.
It's so funny, but what if he's just checking to see, like,
what?
How you're doing? Just checking on you. Just checking in on you to check in on you. So he's concerned. He's concerned
how fast you're going to take your fucking pants off. That's what he's concerned about. That's what it is. That's what it is.
So how come, you understand this, but like apparently millions of girls do not get this.
That's what I'm saying.
Ah.
That's a lie. That's a lie. If you are a man and a woman is saying to you, oh, well, he's just, checking in on me. It's just that's my impersonation of a female voice.
That's your idiot girl voice?
Because I'm very raspy, so that's my impersonation. Oh, he's just so nice. She's fucking lying to you.
What?
It's a lie. She's lying. She knows that guy is trying to get it in her pants.
Okay, so,
don't take that bullshit.
While we're on this topic, so in my opinion, when women act that way, it devalues them to me.
There you go.
Because the first thing I start thinking is like, you are a motherfucking liability. Because regardless if you believe the shit that you're telling me right now, I know that like I'm only going to be able to get so far with you because I can't trust the bullshit coming out your mouth because there's going to be too many wieners up in the mix here.
Too many wieners in the mix. I mean, you'd be like flying in, Right. I mean, there comes a point, really, as a woman, where I'm not saying, and you and I have talked about this. Neither of us has been a saint.
Sure. Yeah, sure.
But there comes a point where it's like, if you're with somebody that you really enjoy, you have to be an adult and go, I know what this other person is trying to do, and I don't need the attention from him because I'm getting enough from the person that I'm with, or I'm getting enough of what I need from the person that I'm with. If you're trying to find it from outside sources, then maybe you shouldn't be in that relationship in the first place.
Well, it's, great that we're on this topic because, basically, in my experience as a man, that is of my stature, okay? So I've dated a lot of women that are very attention hungry, okay? Right? Usually they're like, got their boobs pumped up into their turtleneck up here, and big butts with like, nothing on and camel toe hanging out, you're like hot. Like the difference between pretty and hot, you know what I mean? Like hot, there's like hot, it's like, ooh, yes. Everywhere I go, it's a music video, my hair blowing in the wind. Yeah, okay. Alright, so, in my experience over the years, I just learned to be like, this is just how women are, They're just gonna do fucked up shit. They're gonna play these games, and they're gonna make little lies, and they're going to constantly do shit where I'm going to be like, it's like having a little kid around, you know, and so.
Well, I'm glad that you met all those fucked up women. Because they just got you ready for me.
Oh, there we go. Well, it's funny because, like, I think it's great that you're having this video, like, on a serious note, that, like, girls, you know, regardless of what you're trying to do with social media, your personal life, all right, needs to be, like, ran like a tight ship, you know? Because, like, all it does is devalue you, and nobody wants somebody in their life like that. Like, no man wants a girl that's gonna act like every dude can, like, get to her.
I don't know why some women, I have never felt the need for that. So I can't relate. I don't know why some women feel that they need to have a million wieners up in the mix, as you so delicately put it.
I mean, one's not enough for a lot of girls.
But I guess with that being said, I think you just have to find a level of security with yourself to be, and the thing that I suggest doing, so that we can be helpful here instead of just
okay. Sure, helpful.
What I suggest doing, things that I did for myself growing up in my 20s, and now even today I still do these things, is go do some things alone. Go take a trip by yourself. There was one year that I competed up here in LA, and this is just one instance, but I competed up in LA. I did the contest in Culver City. I placed almost last place. It was a disaster, but I looked great. You know, I wasn't there yet, and I had planned this whole trip by myself afterwards in Venice Beach, and I got a hotel room by myself. And I made reservations at Boa Steakhouse, which is like one of the nice 5-star, top-of-the-line steakhouses. Probably no one goes there by themselves to eat. And I got dressed up like I was going out on a hot date. But I was going out on a hot date with myself. I had the little black dress. I had the high heels. Had my hair up, my stage makeup on still. I mean, I went out full glam, all alone. I had this little table all alone. And I just really enjoyed myself. I had the hotel room that night. I went out on, I didn't go out and go crazy, but I went and had a couple drinks at a bar, and I just enjoyed the boardwalk the next day, and I had experiences alone. Like, it gets you out of this comfort zone that people always feel secure when they're around somebody or around other people. And as a woman, if you can get out and do things alone, it makes you very confident. It empowers you, and you become very powerful, and you realize how little you need from other people. And then I think that when you get into relationships with men, that confidence shows up, and you're more successful in your relationships if you're not an insecure person.
So you mean to tell me that you felt empowered without a man paying for everything, and you're just hanging out with him because you just want a fancy dinner and you want a night out on the town? You felt empowered doing it yourself?
Yeah.
Not coercing 2 or 3 dudes that are lined up to go Friday, Saturday, Sunday to do it?
Not to say that I haven't coerced men into buying me a drink. But yeah. I mean, I've always done things alone. I've gone on trips alone and taken myself out to dinner. You should do these things for yourself as a woman, because it's very empowering. Very empowering.
It's very interesting, dude.
Very interesting, man. Last, before we go, I want to tell you ladies one other thing that you need to just get off your high horses about when it comes to men. Let your man sleep. Men need more sleep than we do. For whatever reason, I've talked about this before in my Sexy Without Makeup episodes, how we have insomnia and men can just out, right? And just how annoying it is, like how quickly they can fall asleep. Him, same way, just gone, to the world. But whatever, especially if you're dating somebody in the fitness industry, or especially a bodybuilder, for whatever reason, men need more sleep. Let them nap. don't be like, oh, he just naps all the time. He's just so sleeping. They're good at sleeping. Let them sleep, you know? Don't be a bitch. Stop being a bitch. You know, I always let you sleep.
I'm a napper.
He's a napper.
I like to get up really early. I like to go to bed late, get up early, and then take a nap later in the day. That's
why he can get 5 hours and I need 12 because he can nap in the middle of the day.
Mm-hmm.
Just let your man sleep. That's
And
it.
if you're having a hard time sleeping, you need to check out my CBD, okay?
Yes, you do.
Because, first of all, that shit works really good. And the more you use it, the more sensitive you get to it. It's crazy. Like, I brought my dosage all the way down
Same.
to 0.25 to 0.5 milliliters on the dropper. And it gives me some fucked up dreams. Like crazy dreams.
A lot of people who follow me know that I have struggled with insomnia.
Mm-hmm.
And since I started taking the CBD drops at night, I'm telling you, I mean, he knows I'm usually out before you are.
Yeah, and she sleeps hard, you know?
It's crazy because I've never slept like that. When I met him, I was like, I can't sleep. I don't know what's wrong with me. I don't sleep. And he was like, you should try this. And I'm telling you, hand to God, I sleep so much better.
It's part of my night routine and always will be, because there's also other benefits with CBD beyond, you know, just really great sleep, which is really important. You know, the CBD that I'm using, it's a full spectrum. It comes from hemp. So it's obviously under the legal limit of THC at all times. It's industrial hemp. But being a full spectrum CBD, it's like the whole plant squeezed into a little tincture. So we get all the cannabinoids, not just CBD by itself. There's CBG, CBA, CB 9 million. There's all these different CBD.
You know so much about this. I'm learning it.
Well, you know, you have receptors for CBD. So, but they've learned that, like, the best way to think of it is like, you know, there's B12. Everybody knows promotes energy. You know, but there's a lot of B vitamins, and so we've learned over the years it's actually better to take a B complex because they absorb better together. Well, the same thing happens with your hemp oil. The different cannabinoids work better together. They call it the entourage effect. The study in Israel is the people that actually found CBD and its benefits from the get-go, and that's what they figured out. So the one that I take is a full spectrum opposed to just an isolated CBD isolate. You'll see a lot of people that'll be talking about, 1,500 milligrams of CBD or whatever. Like, who gives a shit, dude? Like, the stuff that I have, I take like a tiny little bit, and I am out and sleep really good. So that's
why we need less of it.
Yeah, because it just works really good with the entourage effect.
Yeah, it's so cool to learn about this stuff. I still don't feel quite comfortable talking about all of it, but you know.
Well, we don't have to get sidetracked. I just want to throw that in because you brought up insomnia, so.
All right. That's it. You have anything else to add, sir?
Eat right, train hard, stay focused.
Gotta make those sexy little makeup gains, son.
Yeah! Son!
Wait.
Turn it off!